Welcome to Nutrition by Jules. I'm Jules, bringing you all things wellness for your pregnancy and postpartum journey. This is a Mini Move Monday. Welcome if you've never been. Hope you can watch some more and subscribe. Check it out every Monday for this short 10 to 12 minute workout series. It's meant to be a warm-up and or a break in your routine in the day. It's all low impact and therefore great for you if you're pregnant or postpartum. Touches on a little bit of everything, so full body. And we always start out with some mobility, and then we get into some main exercises that we do a couple of rounds of. If you want to list the exercises, you can see them in the description along with links to any equipment that we're using. Always very minimal equipment. Today all we're using is a band. That is it. I have a circular band, but you can also use a straight band with like handles or something if you have one of those. All right, we're gonna do some child's pose. So I love child's pose. I can spend a lot of time here. I'm gonna show you from the side. My knees are gonna go nice and wide. My toes are touching. I'm gonna drop my hips back to my heels. If this is not great for your knees, just go back as far as you're comfortable and then walk your hands out. So if you're up a little bit higher here, that's fine. But if you can drop them all the way back, do so. And then let yourself hang forward. Forehead can come to the ground. It's clean. Arms upstretched. And then just let everything go loose. You can hang out here for as long as you want. Today, for sake of time, we're just going to walk our hands over to the right and feel that nice stretch down my side, body on the left. And again, hold here if you would like. And then walk the hands over to the left, feeling the stretch down the right side of the body. Hang the head. Deep breaths. Let that pelvis loosen up. The pelvic floor loosen up. Yes, let it go. And then when you've had enough of that delicious stretch, I think that one should be the world's greatest. We're gonna do some hurdle over unders to warm those hips up a little bit more. So I'm gonna pretend like there's hurdles here. If you ever did track, you know what I'm talking about, or watched it on TV. There's gonna be several in a line. Can't you see them? We're gonna go over one, step over it, and then the next one we're gonna go under and duck under it. Over the next one, and duck under the next one. Whew, now I'm out of space. Coming back, over and under the hurdles. Over and under the hurdles. That's about 8. I'm gonna get one more both directions. So get a total of 10. Over and under the hurdles. Oh yeah, little lateral hip love. And next on our list is a bear crawl, forward and back and to the sides. Since you can't see me going forward and side very well, I'm just gonna do a couple of walks forward, a couple of walks sideways. If you have more space, our goal is to do 10 total in every direction. So you can do as many side to side or as far as you need to. So I'm on all fours. My wrists run under my shoulders and my knees under my hips. My core is engaged. I'm not arching or rounding my back. I'm tucking my toes under. Knees hover, and my opposite hand and foot go over and back. Keep my hips stable, not letting them bend. So a lot of this core engagement. Reset and back and forward. So I'm only getting about 4 both directions. So I'll go ahead and get a couple more this way. Maybe I'll go forward this time. Nice clean garage floor I have to work with. At any time, if you need to bring your knees down, reset, re-engage, please do so. Whew. Yeah, that'll get nice and spicy on the shoulders and core real fast. We're gonna do just one of those. So one child's pose, one hurdle over under, one bear crawl set. And now we've got 4 exercises that we are gonna do 2 rounds of. The first is a quarter squat rainbow. Brush the dirt off my knees. So just a small little squat, shoulders are back, nice stacked, ribs over hips, keeping my shoulders back And holding my hips in this position, I'm going to shift my weight over onto one leg. And I'm going to point the toe out on the other and make a big circle around my body, all the way out as far as I can. Again, keeping this hip stable and bring it back. So out and around and back. We're going to do 5 to 6 on each leg. There's 3. So this is obviously balance as well as some quad work. If you are unable to stay stable and balanced throughout that whole rainbow, feel free to grab something or lightly touch something to help you feel more secure. Totally fine. And then shake it out other side. So again, if I need this, shift my weight totally onto my other foot. Big rainbow already out and around and back. For 5 on this side. Again, keeping my shoulders back, my core engaged. Nice stack position. Not moving my hips up or down. 5 or 6 on each side. Yes, shake those out. Staggered glute bridge on my heels. So you may have done a glute bridge before, maybe with me, where we are laying our back with our feet flat, our knees up, and we are tilting our pelvis, squeezing our glutes, raising up. This is a regular bridge. We're going to do a stagger. So one heel is going to go farther. I'm going to be on my heel on that staggered foot, and now I'm going to raise and lower. Tilting my pelvis, rolling up on my spine, rolling back on my spine. Raise and lower. We're going to do 5 to 6 of these on each leg. I think this was 5 or 6. And switch sides. Again, on my heel, stagger out. Roll hips up and down. Still try to keep as much pressure on the staggered foot or heel as the raised one. Roll up, roll down. Exhale, squeeze the glutes, raise, roll back down. Beautiful. Last one. I think there's staggered glute bridges. All right, now plank rotation. So I'm going to roll over to my front. I'm going to get into a nice solid push-up position. My fingers are all outstretched. I'm popping my inside of my elbows out. I'm on my either toes or my knees, depending on what's more comfortable for you right now. And I'm going to do some rotations. I'm opening up, fingertips to the ceiling, back down. It's okay to twist your whole body open. We're not really worrying about keeping the hips from twisting. We are trying to keep them stable in place and not arching or rounding the back. So the back is staying nice and flat as I do these rotations. Again, 10 to 12. If I'm on my knees, it looks like this. You may not be able to twist quite as well, but you do want to try to keep that nice flat back. You can also do these elevated. So if this is too much for you, especially in those first 3 to 4 to 6 months postpartum, it might be that you want to elevate yourself. This is pretty high. You could also come down. Something a little lower. And then do your twist. So you're taking some of that weight off, that pressure off your midsection. And that is a perfectly acceptable option for those plank rotations. And our band. So our last one, we're actually using some equipment. Woo. Rear delt pulls. So I am anchoring my band to something very stable. In this case, I've got a nice shelving unit that is bolted to the wall. So don't be pulling on anything that's going to fall on you, please. Arms straight ahead, locking out my elbow. Pull all the way across my body. There we go. There it is. This is about chest height. Again, locking my elbow out so I feel these in my rear delts. So they're called real delt pulls. Excellent. For 6 to 8 per side. That's all right. You can see it from the back as well. I'm also having to stabilize my core here, right? Not letting my trunk get out of that nice solid position that we're used to me haggling about. All right. Well, let's do it again. So quarter squat rainbows, hold on to something if you need. Otherwise, you can use this as an opportunity to work on your balance. Little quarter squat, big rainbow with that foot. Yes, feeling that quad get a little burn. 5 to 6 on each leg. Nice and stable through that standing foot as well. I want to have my toes splayed out. I don't want to be crunching my toes up. So shift my weight over. So the weight's on the midfoot and not on the toes at all. They're nice and loose. My shoulders are back. Stacked throughout my trunk. Ribs over pelvis. I don't know how many that was. We'll call that good. All right, staggered bridge. Staggered glute bridge. 5 to 6 on each leg. On my heel with that staggered foot. Arms to the sides. Nice loose shoulders. Tilt the pelvis. Raise lower. Trying to go one vertebrae at a time. As we raise up, squeeze the glutes at the top. Roll back down. Again, 5 to 6. If you want to make this one more challenging, you can hold a weight right here at your hip crease. If that's something you want to do for an additional load. 4, 5, and 6. I may have only done 5 on the other end, 6 on that leg. All good. Plank rotation from your knees, from your hands, or from something elevated for 10 to 12 twists per side. Show you a few on the ground. And 12. Beautiful. Wipe the knees off. Last one. Rear delt pulls. If you want to challenge yourself on this one, go ahead and stand single-footed. Really force that core to engage. That didn't last very long. Again, 6 to 8. Lock that elbow out and pull. Whew. I'm sweaty. Could be because it's the middle of the summer in the middle of the day in my garage. But also I just work my body and it feels good. Always a blessing to be able to move my body. Hope you enjoyed moving it with me today too on this Mini Move Monday. And I hope to see you next time.